Right, this looks like it. Welcome to the launch of the Automata Wars. Hopefully this is working and I've actually gone live. If you're wondering why I keep doing that, it's because the computer is over there, and the camera is over there, which means there's going to be a bit of a weird thing going on. Never mind. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. I should say I'm really, really nervous. I'm going to pitch you all naked. Hey, baby. Okay, and on that note, let me tell you a little bit about what we've got planned. There's going to be some readings from the book. We've got some musical acts. We've got Claire from Loose Cannon, who's coming up in this first half hour. I'm going to do a bit of singing. We've got Cage of Crows, and we've got Tea Horse. So you've got quite a lot of entertainment going on for you. But in the meantime, there is some reading to do, and I will try and speak a little bit slower because I'm aware it's going at a little bit fast at the moment. So anyway, welcome to the war. So, war is brutal. War doesn't distinguish between good people or bad. War doesn't respect the plans of others. It doesn't decide who most deserves to be a hero. In war, if someone's in the wrong place at the wrong time, then they die. It's all down to blind luck. Defeat can be snatched from the jaws of victory. Victory can be hollow and as damaging as defeat. Sometimes it isn't a matter of who wins so much as who loses least. Characters die in this war. Characters die in these books. Characters that you've just spent time getting to know. Well, that's war for you. The Automata Wars is set in a near familiar history with some subtle differences. The first volume is the story of the war at home. Home's where the heart is. For the soldiers on the front line, where winter is fast approaching and their unknown enemy assails them with unspeakable tactics and monstrous automata. In the face of a losing battle, all that keeps the troops sane is the thought of their loved ones, safe at home. Home, where the fires are burning low. The wealthy keep their upper lips stiff, travelling conspicuously in conveyances drawn by modified beasts, and parading their newly invented technology to demonstrate that life can go on as normal. The lower orders turn either to the politicians or to the nameless one for hope. On street corners and in houses of ill repute, working girls have other methods of keeping up morale. But the home front is not as safe as the soldiers imagine. Shadowy creatures hide in the unlikeliest of places. Killers stalk the streets. Enemy agents perpetrate acts of atrocity. From spoilt debutantes to working men, no one is immune from the horror. And behind the facade of everyday life, a secret war rages. Hidden battles are won and lost far from the light of day. Volume 2 is the story of the soldiers fighting on the front line, and of one new recruit in particular. Private Reynolds never thought that the war would be a pleasant experience, but neither did he realise the true extent of the terror he would have to face in the rain-drenched trenches. The monstrous enemy killing machines seem unstoppable, and a mysterious deadly sickness is spreading amongst the beleaguered troops. Meanwhile, there are rumours of dark things lurking in the surrounding swamps, where a second enemy may be waiting to pounce. Even the usually dependable modified beasts grow less trustworthy. There's confusion in the military. What business do the nurses of the first aid nursing yeomanry have dictating policy? Who is really in charge? And what are the ladies of ill repute, under the tutelage of the sinister Madame Jewel, brothel owner and spy mistress, doing at the fighting front? For Reynolds, at least there are some distractions. Amethyst, the beautiful, if strangely composed, nurse who shipped over to the lines at the same time as he, for one, and his commanding officer, the admirable Lieutenant Grayson, a man prepared to stand up for his troops against all odds. As the lines between friend and enemy become more confused in his head, Reynolds must decide whether to follow orders like a good soldier or to think for himself. His choice may change the face of the war, one way or another. And now, as we reach the final volume, we've learned that there are 3 sides to this story, but which one is the right one? The citizens certainly think they're in the right. After all, they're fighting a war that they don't understand, and they didn't start. A war in which they're dreadfully outmatched, with nothing to throw at their foe but courage and heart. But their enemies, the puppet masters behind the deadly automata, and the monstrous, insidious others lurking in the shadows, have their own agendas. Meanwhile, the mysterious plague is spreading like wildfire throughout the population. Can anything stop it? When the lines between white and black grow blurred, then something must walk between them. Something or someone, like Lieutenant Grayson, the good officer, the infiltrator. But Grayson's a machine too, and his allegiances are known only to himself. It's up to a boy soldier, a woman, and a girl with her dog to save their people. They must make both alliances and sacrifices along the way, especially as a fourth agenda, that of the mysterious and dangerous Madame Jewel emerges. Right. So, you've just heard a little bit about all three of the books. The first two are still available. That's the first one, the home front. And the second one there, the front line. And continuing the theme of the word front, this is the final volume. This is called Back to Front. It's a monster. So there's quite a lot of reading in that. They are all now available on Amazon. You can get them all as Kindle books, or you can get the paperback versions. This one is directly downloadable from Amazon, and that's why I couldn't get the price any cheaper. I'm really sorry about that. The other two are available from other sources, not so much online. So if you don't have a copy already, it probably is going to be harder for you to get hold of them. However, this one, as you can see, this is not for resale. This is an author's proof. And what I thought might be quite nice to do would be to give it away during this event. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a thread on the Facebook event titled Competition or something equally inspiring. And I'm going to, anyone who would like to win this book, if you just want to put your name in it, just say me or something like that. And I will at the end go through and randomly pick somebody. It might be not straight away at the end because we still might be wrestling with the technology a little bit. And I'll throw in any other Automata related high quality publicity material that I can find as well lying around the house. So I hope that makes sense. I really want to encourage everyone to join in the event, please. We don't see you anymore. So this is an opportunity for us to talk to each other, at least in one way. And we've got some fantastic stuff coming up, as I say. We've got Claire from Loose Cannon very, very soon, followed by more from me, sorry about that. And then we've got the fantastic Cage of Crows and the awesome Tea House to finish us off, baby, by the end of the evening. So, thank you very much for listening. If you were, I hope you were. I can't tell because the computer's over there and the camera's over there. But in the meantime, that's me signing off for the time being. I will be back at various intervals throughout the evening. Please communicate with us.